Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss question number 5. The operating results of PKS Limited for the year ending 31st March 2025 are summarized below. So, we have sales 40,000 units, 48 rupees, trade discount, net sales, cost of sales, direct materials, direct labor, factory overheads, administrative overheads, selling and distribution overheads. The following changes ought to be incorporated. So, they have given 31st March 2025 data. That means actuals. Now they are giving budget for 25-26. This means estimate. So we have sales to be increased by 25%. So units is going to increase, not selling price. So units going to increase. So if sales unit is increasing, what will happen? My variable cost will also increase. So material price to increase by 15%. Direct wages to go up by 12%. Overheads, factory overheads will increase by 15%. In addition, a new facility will be added to factory laboratory at a recurring cost of 12,500 per unit. Sorry, per year. Administrative and selling distribution overheads are estimated to increase by 10 and 14% respectively. Inventory, no change. So profit target for the year has been fixed at 6 lakhs. So my profit target is 6 lakhs. So no change in the rate of trade discount. So there is no change in trade discount rate. So calculate the unit selling price and present the budget for 25-26 in a meaningful format. So they are asking budget, right? So actually this is a simple question, but we need to make some assumptions. So usually what will happen? My variable cost என்ன ஆகும் என்னோட யூனிட்ஸ் சேஞ்ச் ஆச்சுன்னா என்னோட வேரியபிள் காஸ்ட் சேஞ்ச் ஆகும் கரெக்டா ஸோ மை யூனிட் இஃப் மை யூனிட்ஸ் இஸ் சேஞ்சிங் தட் இஸ் என்னோட ப்ரொடக்ஷன் யூனிட்ஸ் இஸ் சேஞ்சிங் மை வேரியபிள் காஸ்ட் ஆல்சோ வில் சேஞ்ச் பட் வாட் வில் ஹேப்பன் ஃபார் ஃபிக்ஸட் காஸ்ட் பர் யூனிட் ஃபிக்ஸட் காஸ்ட் வந்துட்டு உங்களுக்கு சேஞ்ச் ஆகும் பட் டோட்டல் வந்துட்டு இட் won't சேஞ்ச் ரைட் ஹியர் பர் யூனிட் வேரியபிள் காஸ்ட் won't சேஞ்ச் பட் டோட்டல் வில் சேஞ்ச் வேரியபிள் காஸ்ட்க்கு ஸோ ஃபிக்ஸட் காஸ்ட்டுக்கும் யூனிட்ஸுக்கும் எனக்கு ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் இல்லை இன் ரெஸ்பெக்ட் ஆஃப் டோட்டல் ஸோ அப்போ இந்த ஃபேக்ட்ரி ஓவரேட்ஸ் அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேட்டிவ் ஓவரேட்ஸ் செல்லிங் அண்ட் டிஸ்ட்ரிபியூஷன் வி டசன்ட் நோ வெதர் இட் இஸ் வேரியபிள் ஆர் ஃபிக்ஸட் ஸோ பிகாஸ் சம்டைம்ஸ் என்ன ஆகும் மெஜாரிட்டி ஆஃப் த டைம்ஸ் ஃபேக்ட்ரி ஓவரேட்ஸ் வில் பி ஃபிக்ஸட் ரைட் only few items will be in variable kind பட் இந்த டைரக்ட் மெட்டீரியலும் லேபரும் எப்பயுமே வந்து என்னதான் இருக்கும் எனி டைம் இட் வில் பி வேரியபிள் காஸ்ட் ஒன்லி ஸோ மெட்டீரியல் இஸ் வேரியபிள் காஸ்ட் அண்ட் லேபர் இஸ் ஆல்சோ வேரியபிள் காஸ்ட் ஸோ ஹியர் ஐ நீட் டு மேக் அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட் எய்தர் this factory overheads, administrative overheads, and selling overheads has fixed cost, or I want to make my this thing as variable cost assumption as variable cost. So one I want to make entire assumption as fixed or entire this three overheads as variable cost. So don't do one as fixed, one as variable. Okay, so either you do all the three as fixed or variable. So now let's see. My unit is increased by 25%. So how many units I am having? 40,000 units. Great. So units is 40,000. So I'm just portraying the information, whatever the information it is available in the question. So my sales is for 40. Here I'm having per unit column as well as amount column. So sales 40,000 units, that is 48 lakhs. So per unit will be 48 lakhs divided by 40,000. So 120 rupees. Okay. Then I have discount, trade discount. This is financial year 2024-25 data. I'm just I want to analyze what are all the per unit cost, everything. So that's why I'm portraying everything, what all the information is available in the question. I'm just making use of it. So 2.4 lakhs. So 2,40,000. So per unit will be 6 rupees. So net sales 120 minus 6 it will be. So here 45 lakh 60,000. So it is matching with the question. Now comes to cost of sales. So cost of sales, direct materials, 14 lakh 40,000. So direct labor, 12 lakh 60,000. Factory overhead, 6 lakh 30,000. So everything I am making per unit also. So administration overhead, 3 lakh 60,000. Selling and distribution overhead, 4 lakh 50,000. So my total cost will be 104 rupees per unit and 41 lakh 40,000. So my profit, existing profit is 114 minus 104. That is 11 rupees per unit. So this is my net profit. Fine. Now let's move on to financial year 25-26. So now units is how many units I'm going to produce? There is 25% increase in number of units, right? So units, that is 40,000 into 25% increase ಆಗಬಹುದು. So that means I am going to put 125%. So that means I'm going to produce 50,000 units. So remember here I won't start with sales because I want to identify sales. So I will be start with the cost. So in the material பொறுத்தவரையிலும் என்ன சொல்லிருக்காங்க, per unit cost is increasing by material price to increase by 15%. இது டோட்டலா இல்ல per unit, whether it's total or per unit. So anyways எப்பயுமே மெட்டீரியல் இந்த வேரியபிள் ஓவர்ஹெட்ஸ் எல்லாமே per unitல தான் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும். That means this 36 only is going to increase by 15%. அப்ப revised என்னவா இருக்கும்? What will be the revised amount? 36 into 115%. So then my revised variable cost for direct labor is 41.4. So இங்க எவ்வளவு யூனிட்ஸ் நம்ம ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ண போறோம்? I'm going to produce 50,000 units. So 41.4 into 50,000 units. That means 20 lakh 70,000. Hope this is clear. Okay. Then what about labor? 12% increase ஆகுதுன்னு சொல்றாங்க. So அப்ப 32ல 12% increase ஆகணும். 32 into 1.12. So again, 35.28 I'm getting. So this is per unit. Then what will be per amount in total? So 35.28 into 50,000. So 17 lakh 64,000. I will get 17 lakh 64,000. Now, till this, it is fine. Now, I am making an assumption that factory overheads, administrative overheads, selling and distribution, or all overheads are fixed in nature. Okay. So then what will happen? My factory overheads total remains constant. So the 6,30,000 will come as it is. Okay. Here they have said there is an increase in 15 percentage. So I want to increase factory overheads by 15 percentage. So factory overheads existing is 6,30,000. Now they are saying increase in 15 percentage. So 115 percentage. So this is revised. And new laboratory is incurred, right? So new laboratory is for 12,500 per year. So then my revised factory audits will be 724 plus 12,500. So 7,37,000. I will be getting 7,37,000. Hope this is clear. So factory audits, I am making an assumption that all the audits are fixed in nature. So my factory audits will come as it is 6,30,000, but they have given 15 percentage increase. So 6,30,000 into 15 percentage, so 7,24,500 I will be getting. A new facility is added for 12,500 work. So 724,500 plus 12,500, so 7,37,000. So now what will happen for per unit? 737 divided by how many units? 50,000 units. So my per unit cost will be 14.74. So same way I'm going to do for administrative overheads. So what they told for administrative overheads, it is 3,60,000. Increases, how many percent it is increasing? 10 percentage. My administrative overhead is increasing by 10 percentage. So my revised will be 3,96,000. So 3,96,000 divided by 50,000, so 7.92. Then selling and distribution, it is 4,50,000, and there is a 14% increase. So 4,50,000 into 114 percentage, so 5,13,000. So per unit will be 10.26. So it is divided by 50,000. Now I am having total cost. So total cost is 110 and 54 lakh 80,000. That is 109.6 and 54 lakh 80,000. So now my profit here is fixed at 6 lakh. So my profit target is 6 lakh. So here I need to take profit as 6 lakh. Then per unit will be 6 lakh divided by 50,000. So 12 rupees. So profit per unit will be 12 rupees. Okay. Now coming to sales. So per sales in our my sales, that is net sales, will be in the total cost plus profit. Okay. So I will be getting net sales as 121.6 and 60 lakh 80,000 net sales. This is before trade discount. இப்ப trade discount க்கு என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காங்க questionல? What they told for trade discount, no change in the rate of trade discount change ஆகல. So I want to calculate what is the existing rate of trade discount. So எவ்வளவு trade discount 1 unit க்கு I'm giving 6 rupees. So 6 divided by 4 120. So into 100. So 5% I am giving trade discount. அப்ப see my sales will be 100. Say for example sales 100 இருந்துச்சுன்னா percentageல after reducing this trade discount my net sales will be 95%. So trade discount போக net sales வந்துட்டு 95% இருக்கும். ஸோ இந்த 95% தான் இப்போ நம்ம என்ன அமௌண்ட் கண்டுபிடிச்சிருக்கோம் 121.6 நான் கண்டுபிடிச்சிருக்கேன். அப்போ வாட் வில் பி ஃபார் 100%? ஸோ 121.6 divided by 95%. So 128 will be my sales, that is gross sales. அப்போ இதுல 5% will be my net sales, so 6.4. So 128 ல 6.4 போச்சுன்னா you will be getting 121.6. So அப்போ my sales will be 128 into 50,000. My discount will be 6.4 into 50,000. So my net sales will be 121.6 at 60 lakh 80,000. So this is the final answer which I want, but I need to present in a proper, they have said in the question, they have said present in a meaningful format. So meaningful format in the sense I want to present everything per unit, total, everything I should present. So this is first assumption. So what will happen if I am assuming all the overheads, factory overheads, administrative overheads, selling and distribution as variable? So let's find out then. This is alternative 2. So here many of the students will lose marks because either they have not calculated per unit. So since the question is not mentioning clearly, they have mentioned meaningful format. That means we need to present always per unit also. So this is one part. So even if your answers are right, if you're not mentioning per unit anywhere in the solution, even if it is not in workings, then you will be, for sure, you will be losing marks. Okay, fine. Then where else students can go wrong? If they are assuming factory overheads as fixed and administrative as variable. So entire assumption is going wrong. Either you need to do all the assumptions as fixed or everything as variable. Then you will lose marks if you are not doing the assumption properly. Okay, now let's calculate alternate 2. So same way I'm using. So financial year 24-25. So material and labor is same anyways. So material and labor is going to be same. Now factory overheads is going to differ. Now I am assuming as variable. Alternate 2 is overheads are treated as variable. Then my factory overheads per unit only going to increase, right? So factory overheads per unit will going to increase. That is, so now I am going to calculate based on the assumption all the overheads is variable, right? So variable is my per unit will be constant and total will change based on my output. So now Let's see. So for material and labor, my answer won't change compared to previous. So only factory overheads, administrative overheads will change. So now I'm going to calculate factory overheads. So 15.75 is my existing. Now how much percentage it is increasing? 15 percentage. That is 115 percentage will be my new. So I will be getting 18.1125. So then my per unit into 50,000 units, right? So my revised factory overheads will be 905,625 after increasing. In this factory overheads, I am having 12,500 as new facility. So my revised factory overheads will be 9,18,125. Then per unit will be 18.36. So per unit will be 18.36 into 50,000. So again, 9,80,000. Same thing I will be getting. So here it may be your decimals. So 9,18,125. Then administrative overhead. So administrative overhead also same kind. So how much it is existing? 9%. So 9 into how many percentage is just going to increase? 10 percentage, right? So 9 into 110 percentage. So 9.9 into 50,000. So I will be getting 4,95,000. Then selling and distribution overhead. So it is increasing by 14 percentage. So per unit cost 7.25 into 14 percentage. So 2.825 per unit and total will be 6,41,250. So now my total cost comes to 117.768. So totally 58 lakh 88,375. So my net profit is same as target given in question. So now my net sales, that is sum of my net profit and total cost. So 129.77 should be my net sales. So 64 lakh 88,375 will be my reverse net sales. Now I want to calculate the same rate of discount will be 5%. So this is after giving discount, right? So into 5 divided by 95. So my discount will be 6.83 into 50,000 units. Before discount, it will be 100 divided by 95. So 136.6. So 68 lakhs 29,000, approximately 68 lakhs 30,000 you will be getting.